What's up guys, Michael Ragland here. This video is all about how to grow your confidence on camera so you can make amazing videos easily. We've all been there, right? We've had the best intentions. We've had our outline written out. We're ready to deliver, but as soon as that little red light comes on the camera, we kind of freeze up when we get awkward and we don't know what to say. This video is going to help us move past that awkwardness so we can deliver a nice, strong message to our audience. Being confident on camera all starts with getting personal. Getting right up in there. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, not that personal. A lot of times what they say when you're speaking to a camera, especially if you went to journalism school or you're learning public speaking, is to think about it like you're talking to somebody in your family that you really care about or a very close friend. Some people go even as far as to taping a picture to the camera of their loved ones. For me personally, I already have enough stuff hanging off my camera with microphones and lights. I don't have room for a picture, but for me, I try to visualize like I'm pitching my next amazing startup, right? I want to come with that amount of energy and I really want to zoom in to that person that I'm talking to as if I was delivering or pitching at a meeting for my next startup to try to get $1 trillion to start the next Facebook. That's the way I look at it. You can also go in and think about your target avatar, right? Like for me, when I make these videos, I know who I'm talking to, right? I know you. I know you're sitting there, you probably got a speech coming up, you found this video about how to get more confident, and you're a bit nervous, right? When you turn that camera on, the nerves kick in, you find it weird, you may want to go out and be a vlogger maybe, but you're afraid to talk to the camera out in public because you're worried about what people may say of you. I even have people in my audience who are maybe looking to go on job interviews and they may have to do a video submission, especially during these times, and you just want to get comfortable and confident on camera so it feels like you're talking to a good friend. So I know who you are. So when I go and I talk to you, I'm actually talking to one target person, right? I'm not really worried about how many people are going to watch this video. I'm trying to deliver that message to my one target avatar, if you will. That's the first tip. And I know you guys have heard me say this before, but be prepared, right? Get your structure down. A lot of times that camera will come on and you're nervous because you don't know what the heck you're actually going to say. Some people like to write out complete scripts and they do it word for word. For me personally, I really don't like to do that, but I will have an outline and I know where I'm going. I know all the topics I'm covering, so I don't have to worry about missing anything that I'm saying. I go and I record one topic, I'll hit stop, and then I'll jump back in and record my next topic. You gotta come up with a method that works for you to actually deliver that message and to be a bit more organized when you actually get in front of that camera so you don't ramble on. What you should also do when you're first starting speaking, or maybe you're thinking about starting a YouTube page or doing something where you have to talk to the camera a lot, is start on like a low commitment platform like Snapchat or IG or Facebook stories where you know that people aren't expecting like amazing quality out of that. You can do it right off your phone and it's gonna disappear anyway. So start with that, do some little low commitment things. Maybe if somebody sends you like a DM on Instagram, send back a video response instead of typing up a DM, just to get comfortable with being on camera and actually seeing yourself, right? Because it's a bit jarring when you first watch yourself, you've never seen yourself on camera. So start with low commitment platforms, Snapchat, IG, Periscope, RIP, and other things like that you don't really have to worry about production quality, just to perfect it and getting used to talking to a camera, even if it's just one on your phone. So after you've actually went in and you've recorded a couple of videos, whether that's on IG or in front of your camera, I need you to go back and watch them objectively, right? To try to think about all the habits that you have that may be a bit distracting. I'll give you one of mine. I've gotten past the ums and the ahs, but when I go back and watch some videos, I see myself saying right a lot, right? And it drives me crazy because to some people that can be just a way to actually emphasize the point and to make sure you understand. But for me, I know it's one of those verbal tics that I use just to stall for time so I can think about what I'm saying next. So I'm trying to cancel out all the rights. So if you do see me say that in this video, comment down below the amount of times that you actually heard me say right, and we can fix that. If you feel like you can't be objective and actually judge yourself in your videos, get a friend or family member. They'll definitely tell you the things that you need to work on so you can cancel those out and get a lot more comfortable while you're speaking on camera as well. Guys, we also got to make sure that we get in a relaxed state before we go out and set this camera up and try to film something, right? So for a lot of people, it can be music. I know I have my music blasting in here. I'm having a good time. I'm jumping around, right? I'm really getting that blood flowing and that blood pumping. Some people may want to go in and just have a little bit of coffee. Hey, get crazy. Maybe you can even pop a breath mint as well before you start. Whatever you need to do to get in that relaxed state before you step into the camera so that you can be the best version of yourself before you actually commit to recording a video. Speaking of being yourself, it's important to try to be yourself on camera. Don't go in and try to be somebody you're not. I know there's a lot of famous YouTubers out there that are crushing it that have a certain personality type. If you're not an adventurous person, don't try to be like Casey Neistat, right? If you don't have that dry humor thing going for you like Kelly Stamps, don't try to do that either. Be your own unique self, right? But there's a caveat to that. Try to add like 5 to 10% more to that version of yourself. For me, I say just give it 5% because I'm a naturally kind of hyper person. That's the reason why I can't have any caffeine or coffee. I'll literally be bouncing off the walls everywhere if I did that. If you're somebody who's a lot more mellow, you may have to boost it up to 10%. And that comes across on the camera because we want to get that audience excited about what you're talking about. And if you can't get excited about the subject, maybe you need to find something else to speak on. It's also super duper important to use that open and inviting body language while you're on camera or even speaking in front of a crowd for that instance. Like anytime you see somebody kind of like this, do you want to approach somebody that's kind of standing like this? That's like a protective stance, right? That's closed body language. So while I'm presenting, you see me naturally kind of open up. You don't want to overdo it and be like, come to me, come to my world, come, right? But you want to be conscious of your open body language. Don't pull a Ricky Bobby and worry about what to do with your hands. Just try to be natural. Like they do have something called the power box, right? Where you can go in and use that box to kind of emphasize certain points, or you can go back to point to the past, up and out and things like that. But who cares about any of that stuff? Just be super comfortable, be natural with your hands. Try not to overdo it. I tend to be a hands talker, so I probably overdo it. I need to use my own advice, but hey, do whatever is comfortable for you. The main thing and what is super important is just to make sure that you have that open body language and try not to cross your arms while you're talking, unless you're like doing like a rap video or something, you know? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying, boy? Know what I'm saying, dog? Know what I'm saying? Remember to have fun, guys. Hopefully, if you're making a video, it's something you really care about, so have fun while you're doing it, right? Bring that energy, bounce around, have a good time. The people watching it are gonna realize that you're actually having fun while you're recording it, and you're gonna come across as somebody that's more charismatic and approachable on camera. Now I'll leave you with a quote from the great Shailene Johnson. Be brief, be fun, and be done. If you like this video, you'll probably like one of the videos that's showing on the screen right now. And if you really dig the content, please remember to subscribe and comment because we must feed the YouTube algorithm, guys. Peace.